culpability is an extremely crucial point here, and I want to bring in Sree Iyer very quickly into the broadcast as well. Sree Iyer, where does the buck stop? I mean, all of these stories that we're putting out, one after the other, for 50 days, this is all we're going to do, and there are thousands of stories. 50 days is going to be too little a time, actually, to be able to explain to our viewers the extent of it. Who's responsible? Who's culpable? Where does the buck stop?
So the responsibility stays fairly squarely with the DMK of those days, because if you look at the dates in this, rents and all that, it is in 1969. DMK first came to power in 1967. Before that, there was some order, there was some respect towards temples that you should not mess with the
Can we squarely rest the blame on one political outfit, or is it a collective blame? If I could bring in Sree Iyer at this point, very quickly, is that the Tamil Nadu government is talking about the Ram circuit. The entire country is crazy about constructing a temple in Ayodhya, but we can't protect what we have. We don't honor what we have. We want to either seek financial gains or political gains from our temples. I mean, is the irony not lost? Sree Iyer?
This is hypocrisy of the highest order.
There is a mosque in the property of this
in
thing.
my previous interlude, I meant it to say that DMK came to power saying that there is no God. So suddenly the government sort of enabled people that it's okay to go after temple property. Now the ADMK presently is an offshoot from that DMK. So the mindset of both these parties who have been in power since 1967, it's either this or that.
Mr. Narasimhan, if I could very briefly.
Yeah, Vineet, quickly, I want to get Sree Iyer.
10 seconds, sir. He is out of CBI, but charges still stand there. So investigation.
I want to look at this purely from a CBI point of view.
Yeah, Vineet Goenka, we keep waiting for these investigations to get somewhere. No, they haven't get. What happened? You mentioned Aircel Maxwell. What happened? 5 years of investigation, nothing. P. Chidambaram, his shield against custody has been extended even further to February now. Sree Iyer.
Yes, I want to look at this purely as a CBI matter. Now, the Supreme Court restores Alok Verma's position, then he reverses the transfers, then the panel meets again, and then they transfer out Alok Verma. Guess what the government also did? They moved those 10 officers back to where they were. A.K. Sharma probably was sitting in Andaman, he packs his bags, comes over to Delhi, only to be told that you have to go back to Andaman. I think this was a bad thing to do. I have a problem with this because the sanction for prosecution for the 5 government officers should have been given in 24 hours. Manmohan Singh government did that. Why did this finance ministry take 6 months? We had to be pushed before they finally gave it on the very last day. So this seems to be something that is a match fixing between these two parties. I don't believe for a moment what these people are saying, because Congress people were being investigated by those 10 officers who have gone back to their non-useful posts now.
Sree Iyer says all match fixing.
This is an eyewash.
Slow, but it's back, so sometimes made to go slow, you heat it up, slow it down sometimes. Sree Iyer, come in, then I come back to Adil.
The time that is left with this government is very little, and I'm really hoping that the new director, whoever it is, Mr. Rao, I think, will take up some of the pending CBI issues and keep moving them on a faster track. 6-7 months have elapsed in many of the CBI charge sheets. For example, in the National Stock Exchange and in OPG securities, all sorts of things where nothing has moved after that. It's as if they have made something for optics and then they've gone quiet.
Okay, it's all about optics.
Either you charge people and follow it.
Debates also, but on the merit of the question, Sree Iyer, it holds true. It's not like a lot of the Congress people have been suffering much in the past 5 years either. I can only think of one, Sajjan Kumar, who's gone to jail.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. There is a fifth column very active to protect the interests of the UPA ministers and whoever else, God only knows. But somehow they seem to be able to pull their weight in, stop, stall, obfuscate, deflect, you name it. They are using every trick in the book to try and make sure that their netas don't get jailed.
Okay, and how is this happening? Okay, Sree Iyer, what's the worst case scenario, best case scenario, worst case scenario? It can get much uglier. We can see an Alok Verma potentially, other people potentially come out in public and start making allegations that are going to vitiate the political atmosphere. It's a high stakes game, like it or not.
I do not expect Alok Verma to throw any mud against anyone. He is a by-the-book man. He's a very honest man. I'm going out on national television and saying this. I have done a lot of work, research on all his different rulings and his things that he has done in the past. He's a man who's honest to the core as far as I have seen. Okay, I don't think he's going to go and throw mud at anything.
Okay.
The only problem is we don't know how to give respect to the straight.
Sree Iyer wants to come in. Sree Iyer, come in and I'll come back to you, Ms. Nigam.
Yeah, so there's some interesting common threads between the JDS leadership and the Congress leadership. Both of them used to be part of Janata Party, which was headed by Dr. Subramanian Swamy. So if everybody wants a solution, the place where they need to go to is not very far. I've known Mr. Krishna Kumar for a long time. He's a very good financial analyst. He is doing a very fancy catwalk here, not committing one way or the other. But it should be borne in mind, for the interest of the state, they need to have a stable government. And as far as DK Shivkumar's corruption is concerned, we wrote about this in PGurus 2 years ago. He, along with Ahmed Patel and Chidambaram, these are the three key bagmen for Congress party. And I think if something breaks in terms of attaching DK Shivkumar's properties, it's going to be a big body blow for Congress in its effort to raise funding.
Whatever is happening is there itself.
Sree Iyer, what's for the people watching who voted 104 for the BJP, what's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario?
I think people also have given a message to BJP that they need to have better candidates contesting the state elections. Remember that Karnataka is literate, it's very prosperous, and it is very nuanced public. And in Bangalore, which is the place where most of the millionaires are, BJP did not do so well. I think they did a mistake. They made a mistake in selecting the candidates. And I'm being candid about this because remember, in one of the by-elections, the BJP candidate quits 2 days before the elections and then joins Congress.
Okay.
It became a total,
selection process is the problem here. Okay, I'll leave the